Thank you for listening to Discovering the Scriptures with Dr. Peter John. Currently, we're in Daniel chapter 8, verse 1. Reading from the King James Bible, quote, "In the third year of the reign of King Belteshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me Daniel, after that which appeared unto me at the first," unquote. Reading the verse now in context, the paragraph starts with Daniel chapter 8, verse 1 through Daniel 8, verse 4. Reading from the King James Bible, quote, "In the third year of the reign of King Belteshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me Daniel, after that which appeared unto me at the first. And I saw in a vision, and it came to pass, when I saw, that I was at Shushan in the palace, which is in the province of Elam. And I saw in a vision, and I was by the river of Ulam. Then I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, there stood before the river a ram, which had two horns, and the two horns were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. I saw the ram pushing westward, and northward, and southward, so that no beast might stand before him. Neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand, but he did according to his will, and became great." Unquote. Now reading from the Young's Literal Translation of the verse that we're studying. Quote, "In the third year of the reign of Belteshazzar the king, a vision hath appeared unto me, I Daniel, after that which had appeared unto me at the beginning." Unquote. Daniel switches over to the Hebrew here in chapter 8. Chapter 2, after a few verses, he goes from the Hebrew into the Chaldean, and then it continues all the way through chapter 7, verse 28. Now in the Hebrew, because this vision is written in the third year of Belteshazzar, it's towards the end of the Babylonian Empire. Chapter 7 was written 2 years earlier. So we're still in the same king. It's 2 years later, chapter 8, in the Hebrew language, because it concerns the Jews. So he's warning them of this vision that he has. And what is this vision? Well, we know that Daniel was written in the 500s, like 559 is what they're saying, some are, before Christ. And he's writing about a vision of what is going to take place. And what it appears is that this is a vision of Alexander the Great that's going to happen 200 years later. As you will see as we proceed, this is what most people think. And I'm pretty sure that this is actual, that this is actually what happens, which gives credentials to Daniel's visions, because it shows that in fact these visions do come true when they are in God's will. So we're seeing this in the third reign of Belteshazzar the king, 2 years after chapter 7. And it appeared unto him. Let's take a look at the parsing and see how he writes this. All right, let's walk through this together. I'm going to read you the Interlineal Bible. Remember, it's a raw translation. It's not a sentence structure form like we're used to. But this is how it is written in the Hebrew. Daniel, to me appeared a vision. Now I want you to notice that he is writing this to me. Now remember, they're speaking this twice. It's pay attention. Because remember, when Jesus goes, "Verily, verily," he wants you to pay attention. This is important. So Daniel, to me appeared a vision. King of Belteshazzar, of the reign, 3 in year, the first time to me, the one that appeared after. So let's look at this. Daniel, noun proper singular. Okay. To me, first person common singular. And again, to me, preposition first person common singular. Now we have appeared. Now that's the Niphiel perfect third person masculine singular. So we have an identifier of his writing here, because the Niphiel stem, it denotes an incomplete passive or reflective voice. So he's passively reflecting on this vision. Let's go forward. A vision. Noun, masculine, singular. King. Noun, masculine, singular. Belteshazzar. Noun, proper, masculine, singular. Now I'm going to go off on a footnote here. We know that Belteshazzar is a man. We know that noun, proper, masculine, singular here is appropriate because he is a male figure. He's a man. So when I'm reading the Bible and it says noun, proper, masculine, singular concerning God, it doesn't mean that he's a woman or an it. It means that he is a male. Now the reason I bring that up is because I had to turn down a position as an ordained pastor in a denomination because they didn't want me to call God in the masculine tones, a he, him, and his. And I refused to insult God and call him her, it. I'm not doing that. So I walked away from a very lucrative pastoralship, and God has kept me, taken care of me, and at times it's been a struggle, but he still supplies. Continuing. Of the rain. Preposition, noun, feminine, singular, construct. So when you see that feminine, singular, construct about the kingdom, it means all-inclusive, all the people. So all the rain. 3. Feminine, singular. 3 in year. Preposition, noun, feminine, singular, construct. The first time. Preposition, article, feminine, singular. To me. Proposition, first person, common, singular. The one that appeared. Now this is a nephew again, so he's doing this passive reflecting again. He's reflecting on. Third person, masculine, singular. The one that appeared after. Proposition. So in this verse, he is reflecting. He is casually reflecting on this vision now. Why? Probably had some time to think about it. Probably writing down exactly what God gave him because it doesn't make sense to him or because he doesn't know who this person is. Now I looked at the cross-referencing of this verse to see what we could get out of it. And the main thing they were pointing to is I, Daniel. And how he uses this in a couple other verses. It means exactly what it sounds like. So we're going to go ahead and jump now into John Gill's commentary on this and see what they get here. In the 3rd year of the reign of King Belshazzar, which some say was the last year of his reign, but according to Polyphony canon, he reigned 17 years, and so Josephus, however, this is as well as the preceding vision, here seen before, what happened recorded in the 5th or 6th chapters. The following vision was seen by Daniel, according to Bishop Ussher, the year 553 BC. So we have between 553 to 537 BC. And why is this important about dating this book? Because a lot of people afterwards have tried to put this book as being written after this prophecy of Alexander the Great having taken place. So they can't give God the credit for him writing this beforehand to tell us what's going to happen. So back to John Gill. We have established the year as far as, here or there, a couple years. The prophet, having the preceding verses related what concerned the Chaldeans, he wrote in the Chaldean language. But now, henceforth, writing of things which concern the Jews more especially, and the church and people of God in latter times, he writes in the Hebrew tongue. A vision appeared to me, even to me Daniel, and not another, which is said for the certainty of it, whether it was seen by him waking or in a dream as the former vision, it is not certain. It seems rather as if he was awake at first, though he afterwards fell prostrate to the ground and into deep sleep. Yet the Syriac version takes it to be a dream, and so renders the first clause of the next verse. Quote, after that which appeared to me at the first, unquote, at the beginning of Belshazzar's reign. in the first year of it, recording the preceding chapter, chapter 7, which was concerning the four monarchs in general, and particularly concerning the fourth or Roman monarch, of which a large account is given, and the Chaldean monarch being near to the end. Here are the two monarchs, namely between the Persian and the Grecian, are these visions described. Unquote. That's in John Gill. So I want to take note here that Daniel is writing another vision. He's writing the Hebrew language because it does concern the Jews now. So where is this going? Well, you have to stay tuned because we're going to walk through chapter 8 to show you what's going on here. This definitely gives Daniel extraordinary credence as far as his prophecies of the last days, the end times, which we saw some in chapter 7. We'll go forward, you'll see more. But this gives him the credence, the believability that in fact God is giving him all these things of what is to come for us. So stay tuned on this. If you like this, please hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe and bell button below so you can be notified of more that's coming. Tell your friends and family about this so they can walk through the Bible also, and so they can hear it. Please continue to keep me in your prayers. The Lord has switched me over to a career where I do not have the certainty of income, but the potential of greatness as far as income, which allows me more time to do this ministry, which is very important to me because I like to walk through the Bible verse by verse to present facts to you so you can make up your own mind. And also, I am getting so much out of this myself. If you have any prayer requests, leave them in the comments, but please keep us updated. And as you can see, if you haven't seen it, this ministry is plagued with people trying to push pornography on you. I will try to catch it and delete it as fast as possible. It's too bad that YouTube doesn't catch it like they do copyright problems and get rid of this pornography that plagues my site constantly. Constantly having to delete these idiots that put up the pornography links. But please keep in your prayers. And also please hit the ads that you see that appear on my channel. I get a stipend for it between $300 to $400 a month. And it does help, before tax of course, but it does help, and it does allow me to be able to do the things that I like to do. I want to take this ministry to non-profit status so that people can take their donations if they want to support the ministry and write them off from the taxes. Please, if you desire, you can purchase the apparel below you see, and I do make about $5 per article to help go towards the ministry. I don't get rich on these people at all. I've not even received not even $300 directly from products and from donations in the last 12 years. The only payments I get whatsoever is the hitting of ads, and I was told to promote that because it will help you. That's why I asked that if you could hit an ad. You don't even have to listen if you don't want to, but these people decide to promote this stuff on this channel. So if you hit their ads, I do get a small stipend from it. Thank you. God bless. Let's continue on walking through the Bible.